So from apparent close up, after the punch, you close and open. And then cross hands, we come back, turn on the heel, shift into the left leg, turn on the ball of the foot, the hands open out, step back, and you circle the arms into a cross hands position. So after the punch and apparent close up, shifting back, turning on the ball of the foot, opening out, step back, cross. In the form, you'll stay on the left leg and then move into the next posture. But you can also come back into the center and just close off that section. So we'll work on both of those variations. So from apparent close, push, shift back. The hands basically come with you. The shape comes with you. Rather than like single whip where you move away, you move back. Turn, beginning to open the hands. Turn on the heel. Then on the ball of the foot, continue opening the arms. The arms circle down as you step back to parallel stance. Wrists crossing, right hand in front, just in front of your sternum. And in the flow of the form, we'll stay on the left leg, but if you want to close it, you come to the center. So shift back, turn, start to open the arms. Continue opening as you shift the weight and turn on the ball of the foot. Arms circle down, cross, and then closing. To finish the closing fully, you can turn on the heel back into the V stance just to end that section. So shift back, turn on the heel, shift the weight into the left leg, turn on the ball of the right foot, step back, circle the arms, and cross. 100-0, shift to 50-50 to Wuji posture, just to close off, then back into the V stance. So come back, turn, open, parallel, center, and closing. Mirror form, we would be punching with the left arm going through apparent close up with the right foot forward. So I shift back, turn on the heel, start to open the arms slightly till the foot's facing forward, shift into the foot, turn on the ball of the other foot, continue opening the arms, circle round as you step back. This time you could put the left hand in front and then equalize the weight as you come back to the Wuji posture. And then maybe turn the right foot on the heel, shift across onto the ball of the other foot, draw the feet together. So it's the right foot forward. We go from the push, shift back, turn on the heel, start to slide the hands open, shift and come onto the ball of the foot, continue opening, circling down as you step back to parallel and cross the left hand in front. Palms go down as you come to 50-50. Adjust this time the right foot, ball of the foot, feet together. But then if I go back to the original one, it just feels so much more natural. So it's good brain training just to try it on both sides. Punch, apparent close, push, shift back, turn, start to open, shift, continue opening, cross the opposite hand in front, 100% on the right leg, palms down, back to Wuji posture, back to the V stance. And then try again on the original side. So it should feel much more familiar. Unless you're just learning the form, then it might feel unusual still. So it's not one that you can easily make a loop of. So I wouldn't even bother trying to make a looping practice out of that. But you can just go back and do it again, or do the mirror version. From the push. So if we're looking at just points of reference or standing postures, first one is the back stance. And the hands come with you this time. So that's the first position. Second position is you turning 90 degrees and starting to open the arms. So the weight's still 100-0 and you're starting to open out. Then a shift into the left leg, into a cat stance, continue opening the arms. 100-0 now in the left leg. Step back into cross hands, 100-0. And then coming to Wuji, so the palms pressed down, 50-50, Wuji just to close. And this is just the closing part. So in the form, cross hands finishes here and you continue into embrace tiger, return to mountain. But for now, we're just stopping at this end of this section. Just looking at that again. From the push, you've got the first position coming back with the hands still in the push. Second position, turn on the heel, start to open the hands. Third position on the left foot, on the ball of the right foot, like a cat stance, opening out the arms more. The last position is step back to parallel, cross the hands, right hand in front, 100-0. And then just the points of the closing, you shift to 50-50, press the palms down into like a Wuji posture. Then just breaking this part down, shift into the right foot and turn on the left heel, roughly sort of 70-30. Shift into the left foot, come onto the ball of the right foot. The hands now touch the legs. Roughly 70-30 or 100-0, and then slide this in, and then equalize the weight and stand up. So 1, come back. 2, turn and open. 3, shift and continue opening into cat stance. 4, step back into parallel 100-0. Crossing the hands. Elbows relaxed, wrists in front of your sternum. Just to close then, press the palms down, shift to 50-50, standing up in the legs to Wuji. And then shift the root into the connection into the right foot, turn on the left heel. Then shift into the left foot, onto the ball of the right foot, slide the feet in, equalize the weight, stand up. Again, you could do that in the mirror side just for some brain body training. So this time we've got the right foot forward, just going through those points of reference. So it's shift back, 1, turn and open the hands, 90-degree turn on the foot, hands start to open like you're opening curtains or something. Shift the weight onto the ball of the foot, continue opening the arms. Step back, parallel 100-0. Left hand in front of the right. Cross hands position. Palms down, stand up into Wuji. This time turn on the right heel, shift into the right foot, turn on the ball of the left foot. Draw in and stand up. So you've got 1, 2, 3, 4. That's the end of cross hands. The next part is just Wuji into the V stance. So you can try it mirror or regular side. Back on the regular side. You've got 1, come back. 2, turn and open the hands, circling out. 3, into cat stance, continue circling, turning slightly to the corner. 4, step back, parallel stance, 100-0. Then closing into Wuji, into the V stance. 1, 2, 3, 4. Mark out the points in the closing, so you've got 100-0. Closing movement, so palms turn down, the weight shifts to the center, rise up. Connect the right foot, turn the left foot on the heel. You don't have to go fully 100-0 there, just separate the connection. Shift into the left foot, connect the left leg, pull in or slide in the right foot, heels together, then equalize the weight and stand up. Okay, so looking at the shift of the weight and the steps. So we start 70-30 in the push, come back close to 100-0, and then we turn 90 degrees. So turn the quad, turn the body, turn the foot 90 degrees, facing north. Weight or the connection still in the right leg. Then a shift, connect the left foot, turn the body more on the ball of the foot, and facing sort of north, east. Then I step back, parallel shoulder width, 100-0, and I'm facing the north again. Then standing up, still facing north. Turning slightly to the west, connect the right foot, turn on the left heel. Now connect the left foot, turn on the right heel, turn back to facing the north. Heels together, still facing the north. So 70-30, come back 100-0. Stay with this 100-0 feeling as you turn the body, spiral the legs, turn the torso, 90-degree turn of the foot, then shift, continue turning as you shift the weight, change the connection, spiral to the other corner. And we're going to square up slightly, step back, 100-0. Try not to lean here, so you're fully upright on one leg. That's us then coming into from cross hands to Wuji, and back to the V stance. 100-0 from 70-30. So on the mirror side, 70-30, 100-0. 90-degree turn of the foot, the body turns to control the leg. Shifting with the same turn, shift, cat stance. Turning back to square, to step back, facing the front. Then rising up to Wuji. I'll turn the other foot this time, so turn the right foot. Spiral into the right foot, turn on the ball of the other foot. Draw the heels together and rise up. So try that with the hands. Just come back. Just focusing on the stepping stances. Really. So from the push, there's a general feeling of sort of opening out, like making this circle to cross the right hand in front into cross hands position. So that's the main movement. So it's from the push, opening out the hands, hands come down. So you're making like two circles and then crossing at the wrist, elbows down. And like a fist distance from the elbow to the rib. Wrist cross in front of the sternum. And a little bit of space, like another fist distance between your wrist and your sternum. From the push, just open out, circle down, and cross. You could try that, the mirror side, just cross the other wrist in front. Push, open, cross. Push, open, try crossing the other wrist in front. Now, it doesn't quite look like that in the form because you're turning 90 degrees. And there's a feeling like the hands will start to separate maybe as you turn. From the push, circle, cross, keep the elbows down. Then just the closing movement. I can just turn the palms down and bring the hands down to Wuji. Then at some point the hands close onto the legs. Again, very simple movement. Cross hands, palms down, Wuji, and then back to the preparation posture, just touching the legs. And then just try that again with the full movement. Last week we spoke about apparent close-up and the function of the cross hands and the sort of freestyle practice from that. So a lot of that will apply to this posture. It's the same posture, cross hands, and the same similar applications for the use of this position. I mean, the only other thing is you're maybe making that opening movement as a free practice. And that you see that in Shibashi Qigong. So they have that movement separating clouds or scooping the sea. Is that slightly more expanded version of this movement from the Qigong. So you can use that as a cross hands type practice, more stretched out. You do see, notice Ben Lo when he does it, compared to Chen Man Ching, he seems to bring the hands quite high. You can practice that as a free form practice. There's another one in the Shibashi Qigong where you do it this way. That's called scooping the sea, looking at the sky or looking at the horizon. So if we were doing, say, sort of free form practice, that's just a circle. It's one of the teachers, Sam Chin, who does something called Yilik Chuan, says there's 8 different cycles of the arms of these coronal circles. So one of them is cloud hands. One of them is like brush knee and twist step. Another one is like a round hands type movement, double circle, then the other way. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4. So one of them is cross hands, this splitting circle. So that's another circle or combination of circles. Another one would be like the closing. You sometimes see closing in Qigong this way. So up and closing down. Then the last one he talks about is like this one, like you're turning a wheel, or it's a bit like white crane spreads wings, that circle going that way, like round the outside of a circle. So as a free practice with, it's like wax on, wax off again. You can practice these different circles, and one of them is cross hands. One of them is closing. One of them is like cloud hands. One is like brush knee and twist step. Another is like white crane spreads wings. As you go into brush knee and twist step, maybe, and you could do it in a slightly more elaborate way. So white crane spreads wings, or that sort of turning around the circle. And whether these have functional applications, it might be more just about movement practice. So you just practice them as coordination and movement. You could also practice them in different stances. So like in the Shibashi Qigong, you've got the bow stance version. Or you've got brush knee and twist step. Or in cloud hands, it's kind of like ward off left in the bow stance. That circle. This one, you see that in each one. Sometimes there's one that's like the turtle rising out of the sea. So they do this circle with the kind of bow stance or the cat stance. So these are a little bit like each one movements. So there I'm doing a sort of counter movement of the body with that movement. So that these circles would kind of work as a sort of each one type practice. I don't claim to know each one particularly, but looking at these circles and different movements, different stances, cross hands, or opening out. So after the press in the form, you've got that sort of opening. So the big circle is like an opening. In Bagua, you've got this kind of opening as well. So it could be like a big splitting movement, coming back to cross. And again, part of the crossing is to change arms or come under, pass under. So split and change, like the smart hands stuff. So yeah, working with those circles is a good practice. We've got this one in cross hands.